Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Happy week after Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a great holiday. I ate a ton of food, drank some drinks, and I'm a little sick. So I apologize greatly if you hear me sniffle a little bit. I'll try to keep it very to the minimum. If I do, I'll keep it away from the mic at least. But it's all right. The show must go on, right? Couldn't leave you guys hanging for a 5-day weekend. So I'm on, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I don't know about you, but market's wilding. Kind of annoying, to be honest. Some of it doesn't really make sense to me. I'll go over that in a second. Got my coffee. And we're ready to rock and roll. Say hey in the chat. I want to know who I'm chatting with today. I'm excited, feeling good. Let's take a look at the dollar. Just kidding. Let's take a look at what news events we got today. Christ, it's only been a 4-day weekend. I already forgot the flow of the show. Looking at the Forex factory. ECB Lagarde. She speaks at 9 a.m. Eastern. Noon, we have Bullard speaking. We got all the nice, lovely Fed members coming out. But so nothing really this morning. Going to be a chill morning for headlines. Fam Bam in the chat. What's going on? What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Is your setup all ready to go? Did you get the internet fixed? What's going on, Pablo? What's going on, dude? Oh, man. All right. Let's fight our way through this show with the sniffles. All right. Now that we got the headlines, nothing really out there. I mean, you got a bunch of China headlines that came out. Protests because of the COVID lockdowns. You had Russia come out and say that anybody who participates in the price cap, the oil price cap, they will not sell any oil to those countries. It's a supply crunch right there. But it seems like today oil is pricing in something different. And we'll talk about that when we go over oil in a little bit. Taking a look at the Dixie. Sorry, guys. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly just started. Monthly actually only has, what, 3 days, 2 days left? Last week had a nice rejection of 108. Closed bearish engulfing. All set, ready for takeoff. Perfect. We'll have to hop on Zoom to catch up. I'll hit you up in the messenger and we can see when we can meet up. Taking a look at the Dixie weekly chart, bearish engulfing last week, heading down to this previous support zone of 105. Looking at the structure on the daily, though, we're now at, I guess we've been in, but we're in an active bearish sequence here. Broke the most recent swing low. We got this swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. And now we're sitting at this previous swing low point. And so looking at the structure here, I'd expect the Dixie to head down. If you draw out structure, 103.9, this previous area of support here is where I'm looking for the Dixie to head on down. It's going to have to fight through 105 first. So we'll see what happens at 105. But overall, if this bear structure wants to continue, I'm looking at 103.9. But that's for the weekly outlook. Looking at what we're doing for the day here. This whole zone from 105.3 to 106. Strong rejection zone. It's where we had the big dip buy back on the 15th here. Where we rejected back the last couple of days from the holidays. And now you can see that it's getting bought up a little bit off these lows. Lower time frames, hourly showing some exhaustion here. Similar exhaustion zone here. So we might be able to get a little bit of a pop in the dollar after this drop here. 30-minute, nice bearish push below lows. Bullish engulfing back above. So it seems like we're basing here, ready to continue up back towards 106. So might have a nice continuation here in the Dixie this morning. However, if we come back down to the lows of 105.3 and give up 105.3, we're heading right down to 105. So definitely going to keep that in mind. But I do expect with this exhaustion coming in here on the higher time frames that we could continue back up towards 106. And that's your daily outlook for the day. Taking a look at rates to see if we have any indication on a driving market today. Out of breath already. Rates broke lows of last week, now getting bought a little bit, having a bounce, showing some divergence here. Broke the lows, maintaining higher lows on the RSI here. So what it looks like we might get is a retest of 365 for the rates to then continue higher back up towards these 374 highs. All right, taking a look at the equities. The ES, looking at the daily here, pulling off from the most recent highs. We are maintaining these descending highs. Didn't quite reach this trend line yet. So I'm watching the ES at this 4,000 level. That was its most recent rejection point. That's where we're actually sitting on top of now, retesting this breakout. So I'd like to see if the ES base is here, then retest these highs, and then potentially reject. But regardless, where we're going for the week, looking at it for the day, maintaining these nice higher lows. Last week, during the holidays, we came up, couldn't quite break this previous high here, and we just started rolling over with lower volume in the market. And so now we see the market basing at this previous area of liquidity. So I'd like to see if the market finds a bottom here and continues back up to fill this overnight gap, or I guess this over the weekend gap this morning. So trade idea for the day. Going to be watching this 4,005 marker here. This is where we found some support and exhaustion last week and this overnight session. Had a big drop through there, and now we're grinding our way back above. And so if the market can close back above 4,005 to fill this volume move down, then I'd like to see it maintain support at 4,004, 4,005, and then continue up to fill this gap from over the weekend. That's what I'm going to look at. That's what I'm going to look at for the day. And then once we fill that gap at 4,031, then we'll reanalyze. However, The market doesn't quite reach what I'm expecting for it to do, and it doesn't maintain its 4,005 level, then it looks like you might start pushing down for the day and filling some of this last week's price action back down towards 39.60. So as far as price action this morning goes, main area to watch is this 4,000 to 4,005 area to see if price stabilizes above to continue higher, or if price rolls back over, finds resistance, then it continues lower. Looking at the Dow, Dow's been the leader. Dow's actually taken a little bit of a spill here, had no upper wick, so straight selling pressure in the market. If you take a look at it, it's actually interesting. It broke these highs on Friday, and now we're looking at a potential bearish engulfing. Nice grab of liquidity here above these highs. So we can see the Dow potentially starting to spill over here and pushing back down towards this breakout level of 33,000. We did break structure. Now to the downside, we're in a bearish active sequence. We saw this grab of liquidity here, came back up, retested it. And so if we're watching price action this morning, I'd like to see the Dow reject 34,150 area. 34,000, let's say 180 to be precise. This area right in here is where I look for shorts from the Dow to then continue back down lower towards 34,000 for the day, back towards this support zone. If we reclaim this level here and reclaim this resistance from this liquidity grab, then it looks like this is null and void, and we'll just chop back up towards these highs. So definitely looking for the leader in the indices, the Dow, to give us any clues. Shorts look like they're in play. Taking a look at gold. Looking at the daily chart. Daily chart broke this previous high. Now in a bullish sequence here. Came back to retest that breakout. Looking at the retracement here, I haven't quite, take a look at the daily to be more precise. Haven't quite reached the 38.2% retracement here. So technically not a valid high or low formed yet on the higher time frames. But looking at the weekly chart did find some exhaustion here and did close with a weak bullish candle. So let's see if gold can come up to push back up towards the 1780 highs here. Looking at the 4-hour. Running into the point of control for the monthly session here. Hourly showing some exhaustion at the 1760 zone. This area that we're running into now is right around the neckline of this head and shoulders that we saw formed 2 weeks ago. And so what I'd like to see is for gold is a pullback down towards 1754, a retest of 1758 highs, create a lower high off this exhaustion zone, and then fall and roll over. That would be ideal for gold for me. However, if we reclaim and maintain bullish sequence above the 1758 here, then we could easily have a move back up towards highs. So go to watch it this morning to see how price reacts and see if we give up the 1758 or if we maintain control. If that's the case, we got a lot of exhaustion at 1766. Not much room to the upside for gold. So we'll see how it reacts here. Not sure I want to take any trade in this today. Let's talk about oil. The elephant in the room. I was really looking for oil longs based off of structure and fundamentals, and then I thought that this recent move, right here, back in summer to fall, it seems a lot to me, and it seemed like, hey, we're maybe pricing in a recession. Not. It could have been a start of one, but now that we're breaking these previous lows, and oil is now negative for the year. It's January lows. I guess it's January open here. Right here. January lows. What's the low? 74.30. Let's be precise about these levels here. Open is 75.35. Cool. So here, the top level is the January open of the year, and this is the January lows, and we're now below it. We're now negative, and so it seems like it's pricing in a recession, pricing in. I mean, it's already priced in a lot of the China stuff, but on top of that, we're getting more China shit going on, and I think this might be temporary. I think there could be a potential dip buying opportunity as we reach maybe 70 for a couple of reasons. We're going to be approaching soon the price cap situation, which could put a supply crunch out in the market, causing oil to go up. Then, as we enter 70, the Biden administration said they're going to start buying oil to fill the SPR. Again, taking supply off the market. So, buys in play, but not yet. Now that we broke structure here, we actually are now below a super important pivot point, the 76, 77 area. And we're now negative for the year. It's just oil is heading right back down towards 70 at least. And then 66 potentially being the low, the bottom, which is where this big liquidity grab is, and support. But looking at it for the day, looking for sells in this really tight consolidation range. So what I'd expect out of it is to pop up, maybe retest like 75, 60, something like that. And then look for shorts to continue down towards 70. And then I'll pick up some longs potentially. But right now, sells are in play for oil. And I'm just going to watch to see if I can get a pop to take some sells. Maybe going to be watching this new trend line that we're finding here. Oh, that would be a steep retracement. So we'll see. Alrighty, taking a look at pound yen. Pound yen was in this consolidation zone for a few days. Right in here. And so now we're seeing price dip below this 167.2. Talked about it. We have this 100% retracement. So pound yen has been in this current bearish sequence with lower lows and lower highs. Came up, had this 100% retracement for these highs. And so now price rejecting this 100% retracement to potentially head back lower. But looking at intraday price, we broke this current trend that we had going on here with these higher lows. So now what I'd like to see after we had these rejections, exhaustion, lower high, I'd like to see a pound yen retest of 167.5, then take shorts for a continuation down lower. Because typically after 100% retracement like that, from that previous swing high, you get a nice rejection and a push down. And so what I'm looking for now, let's draw the Fibonacci's, is around a 50% retracement. Retest this breakdown here, and then roll back over. So definitely looking for sells in pound yen around 167.5. All right. Now we wait. Looks like gold's looking to fill this move from over the overnight session. Then I'd like to see a backside retest of 1758 for shorts. So that's what's looking pretty for me. Gold to silver ratio still elevated, still hanging around this backside of retest here, finding some exhaustion. So silver plays in play soon because it seems like it still wants to maintain these lower highs on the ratio here. So looking for it to roll over, which means silver will get a nice pep in its step here. Silver showing some nice exhaustion at this 21 area the last couple of days. We are wedging in here pretty nicely, getting a little tight. So I think it's bound to play one way or the other Although I don't think metals are in play for longs yet, but once they are in play for longs and we do get that pullback, I think silver is definitely going to be have a big play with it. However, I'm looking for a continuation down to give us a new higher low formed. And so looking at silver here, broke through this trend line, had a nice bearish engulfing. So I'd like to see silver retrace to 21.28. Push back up towards the retest of this trend line around 21.45. And then for a nice dump lower. So silver plays on these shorts look decent. Shorts on silver a little wild. So if you do play shorts, it's gonna be a little wild. Buckle your seatbelt. But overall, price seems a little slow today, so might take a while to set up across the board in all markets. All right, let me set an alert for pound yen so I don't miss this one. I'm gonna look to start accumulating shorts as it approaches 500. Oil, set my alert for oil. Let's draw the fibs real quick. 76 on the dot. Gold. What's going on, Mo? Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you had a good long weekend. Set my alert for gold. I'll look to pick up some shorts around 1760. Are we heading down, you think, or up this week? I feel up, but I went down. Tough one. Looking at the market, here's what I'm seeing. Market's been maintaining these nice lower highs here. Haven't quite reached it. And so I feel like this week's going to be neutral to where you're seeing right now we're heading down. But I think we then flip up to retest this trend line here. And then we start pushing back down. So this week might actually end up like a doji. But then I think the following week we then reject this high and we start heading back down to lower prices. We're back at this retest point. Almost. We will be if we retest this 4080 level. Back at this neckline and this previous low of the consolidation zone. So there's a lot of headway, a lot of resistance coming up. So I do feel like we head up a little bit. Maybe we head up this week. But overall, I think that maybe we then reject and then head back lower. So this might not be the week for us, Mo, but I think it could come. I think it could come. Sorry, I'm sick, so I can't speak over here. Last week ended up nice bullish engulfing. So we're now retracing some of that move to then head up higher. So yeah, I think we do have a little bit of a bullish week in us for the equities. You sold 10% of your portfolio this week on those highs. Nice. Oh, sorry. Yeah, these highs, nice. Yeah, it's a good sell. You had a nice rally gave you back some good gains here. I think that's a good sell because I think we see a decent drop after we reach these highs here. So I think that was a good sell. Over 411. Look at this buy. Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Sorry. I mean the thing with that is, so here's that same trend line. 411 is where this previous top is here, where the neckline of the head and shoulders is. So for us to rally above 411 would be a big deal. So I personally find it hard to believe that we get a rally through 411. But we'll see. That would be nuts. False buy 380 to 377. Sold at 399. Yeah, dude, that was a nice trade. It's a really beautiful trade. Good job, man. Yeah, now it's a good idea to leave some money on the sidelines because we got a lot coming. A lot ahead of us still. Tell you what, oil dip buys could be in play once we reach like 65, 70 area. On top of me being sick, I have to get my wisdom tooth taken out. It's impacted and it's hurting my freaking tooth. So I got tooth pain, I'm freaking sick, and it's a Monday. That's all right. The show must go on. All right. Slow morning so far. Oil's consolidating in this tight range here. Gold, looking for a pop for some sells. Just being patient on those. Pound yen, looking for sells at 500. Grinding its way back up. Dixie still finding some support here and exhaustion at 105.4. See if it holds. Yeah, Mo, it's going to be interesting because that CPI print is going to be super important. Because if we do see a continued cool off, a continued decline in CPI, that's what the Fed's watching. You know, it's one thing to have one print that says, hey, we're cooling off, but they want to see a steady decline in inflation prints. And so definitely going to be watching to see if we come in cool or not, because that's going to signal some, you know, some pretty important points for the Fed. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe we're cool. Maybe we stay the same. I don't think we really pop, personally, but I'm not sure we get a big cooling print. We'll see. Dude, gas here Has not been dropping. Gas sucks. Oh, born alarm. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oil has a mind of its own right now. It's absolutely insane. I was talking about it. Seeing straight selling pressure. So I think we could get better prices. So I bagged my oil longs that I was in. Obviously, some bullshit there. But I do think that oil longs could be very decent. It seems like we're heading back down to 65, 70 area. Previous area of exhaustion and dip buying. Big area of dip buying here. And that's, that at that point we'll have priced in recession. Because that's even what Citi said. I think around 66 is where they thought that oil would go with the price in recession. Then Biden will start buying some oil for the SPR, which will take supply off the market. And at that point, oil price caps will be coming into play, which could cause a supply crunch and we can get a nice rally. So this is such an overdone move. But once oil reaches 65 to 70, I will definitely be buying. That'll be a good level to buy off of, because we gave up a significant level recently with this oil trade here. And so it's looking dangerous. Has a mind of its own right now, but I think oil goes to 40 next year. 40. Huh. I don't know. Or that's my recession level anyways. I don't know. I feel like oil's pricing in a recession already. And so if a recession, quote unquote, comes, it's already, I feel like it's already priced in, but we'll see. But yeah, okay. But if oil still wants to play ball, and we could say it's priced in, but it still wants to react, I'm looking at, I'm right there with you. 42 is the level I'm looking at. Because the thing is once we announce we're in a recession, we've been in a recession for a while, right? It's not just, hey, we're now in a recession. We've been in a recession. And so now that's when we start probably climbing our way out of a recession and oil starts picking up. So oil dropping the way it's been dropping since the highs here. I think it's all China fears right now, in my opinion. I was about to sneeze. Sorry. I'm sick. Borderline, if you didn't know. Yeah, it is China fears. But again, there's nothing new there, right? There's nothing new. Yeah, we're heading down, I believe, as well off of China headlines, but we're breaking some significant levels right now based off of something that's just, they've been in their fucking COVID zero and COVID lockdowns for the last 2 years. They even haven't really even came out of lockdowns. So I don't think that this is just COVID fears for China. Yeah, no, it's definitely part of that. I definitely believe that some of this is also going to start pricing in recession. Yeah, I am sick, born alarm. I have some kind of cold, and I also have to get my wisdom tooth out, and I have tooth pain. So I'm in a little bit of, I'm in hell over here, but I had to hop on anyway. Couldn't leave you guys hanging for 5 days straight. But yeah, I mean, there's really nothing new out there. So what I'm looking at is once the price cap things come into fruition, once Biden starts buying up oil, once recession is announced, that's when I'll be buying. So you buy when everyone else is fearful. I had my wisdom tooth out as a kid and did nothing for days. Yeah. I never had to get them out because they never really grew in or didn't hurt me. But now it's starting to hurt me because they're impacted. Apparently they're impacted and it's hurting me now. So I'm going to get it taken out in like a week or two. Gold dropping. Failing this move from overnight session. So I'm going to look for a nice rally off those lows to then take shorts for a continuation back down. Pound yen approaching the short level for me. But here's the thing. Is China, all right, so let's talk about it. So since the beginning here, since June, China's been more or less locked down. So demand concerns there, right? Okay, oil's dropping. Recently, a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, the Europe announced, hey, we're in a recession. All right, oil's gonna drop even more, more demand concerns. And so I feel like with this continued drop here and just the steady decline, and with prices going from 124 to potentially 66, I mean, that's half. That's oil's price got cut in half. From China lockdowns, from Europe being in a recession, to now, the US. I mean, recession should be priced in at this point, in my opinion. But, I mean, once we reach maybe 66, this important level. Because then there's only... Then, for me, there's really only reasons to buy. oil at that point. Gonna have a big supply crunch if this price cap goes through, because Russia said they're not gonna sell to anybody participating in that. We'll take a bunch of oil off the market once we buy for the SPO. I mean, it's just like then recession's priced in, then we start then steady growth up. Simon, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's load the boat with oil. Yeah, you know what? I've been saying, okay, now that we gave up this, I mean, oil gave up a very significant level. 77 pivot point, 75 January open. So I'm looking to pick some up around 66 to 68. I'm using bonds as a flag for recession concerns. Market only thinking about recession on November 11th at that rate. Damn, dude. These bonds. It's smashed. Yeah. Bonds are picking up a little bit here, though. Yeah. So we'll see. Bonds really, I mean, this 102, significant pivot point for the bonds, and we're above it. So let's see if it holds. Holds 102. Bonds are here to party. They're here to stay. Gold filled that overnight session move. Memo oscillator says oil could pop tomorrow. Point of control 77.65. I would not want to see it go to 77.65 myself, because I mean 77 on the dot. God, dude, my nose. Hang on. Sorry. 77 on the dot here. Super significant pivot point. I mean, it's just such a strong pivot point on both sides that I really just, I mean, I wouldn't want to see it break above 77. All right. Have fun at the bus. Go learn some stuff for me. Have fun at school. But yeah, so I wouldn't want to see oil pop above 77, but we'll see. I think we could reach 77 to then retest this trend line here. Then I'll look for shorts. Pound yen right around the zone that I'm looking to sell. Not going to sell yet. Gold found some support at this overnight session here. So ideally we see a pop back to 1760. And I'll look for some sells to continue back down. But if I don't get that, I don't get it. No trades then. Oil's still chilling. Don't think I'm going to end up trading oil today. Today just seems like a day where we're just kind of setting up for the week. And it's a little slow, a little choppy. No real plays. Dixie coming back down to retest this 105.5. an area I'd like to see us hold if we're going to maintain a bullish move today. If we give up 105.5, I think this pop was temporary to retest this breakdown. And we continue lower. Down towards 105. See what Euro USD is up to. Oh, nice move overnight on the Euro. Looking for more of a retracement to continue higher, but didn't want it. Euro's continuing higher. So we're seeing some weakness in the Dixie. Going to start taking some gold trades. Yes. Good stuff, dude. I tell you, if you're trading gold, oil, and indices, don't need anything else. That's like the three musketeers right there. Welcome to the club. Euro looks like it has more strength in it. Sorry. Looks like it has more strength in it. The yen looks like it has more strength in it as well. USD JPY giving up a strong 139 level here, continuing lower towards 134. AUD USD at this double top here at this trend line. Going to be interesting how the Australian dollar fares here with the US dollar being weak. At this technical resistance, can it break through? Stay tuned to find out on the next episode of Tyler's live stream. 8 o'clock volume coming in. Sorry. I didn't sleep well because I'm sick. Did I say that I'm sick? A mess. Hourly chart. I'd like to see next two 30-minute candles give us a retracement on gold so I can find a short here. So probably won't have any gold shorts till around 9. We'll see. All right. Let's see. The Dow is finding some exhaustion and resistance here at 34,140. Overnight session dip by exhaustion, and now this morning finding some exhaustion on the backside of that. JT in the chat. Good morning, brother. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving week. Welcome to the live stream. Dixie Basin here. Dixie looks like it's ready to rally. So US30 shorts? Question mark. Oh man. Wow, gold. Just started a free trial on Top Step. Had no clue I could trade futures there till I saw your video yesterday. Oh, awesome. Do you trade futures? Top Step used to be Forex and futures. They got rid of their Forex division, just do futures. But if you're looking for a futures, do you trade, first off, do you trade futures? I don't want to go down a rabbit hole if you're not, you know, that's not your thing. I'm always looking at ES, NASDAQ. Don't have the capital to trade them on my cash account, but I've paper traded. All right, so if you're in the futures, check out OneUpTrader. OneUpTrader, in my opinion, is I've done a lot of research on these funded companies because I don't want to promote something I haven't done research on and tried myself. This is the best one. You can get a coupon code. I don't remember what it is. So this one ends up being like $275 a month, but then you stop paying once you're funded. So you pay $275 a month, and you have the option to potentially get funded $150,000 in futures. This is the best company in my opinion, and it's one-step evaluation. Once you hit the $9,000 profit target, after 15 trading days go by, you're funded $150,000, and you get 90% profit split. So, if you're looking to get into some futures trading, dude, this is a great option right here. Or if you trade, yeah, you're welcome. Also, do you trade? So I know you look at ES and NASDAQ. Do you trade gold or oil or any commodities, or are you just like a stock trader? Excuse me, are you just a stock trader? So, JTFY, whatever number you see of capital funding, you really only trade the amount of risk they allow. Okay, 7,000. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not the point, right? I mean, it's just like, it's the leverage. So daily loss, or the trailing drawdown for this account is $5,000. So you can only lose up to $5,000, and then you lose the account. So you have to follow the risk parameters. But it's not that hard. Dude, I passed this shit in like 2-3 days. Yeah, I mean, sure. It's just, sure, yeah, it's just marketing, but you don't really pay attention to that number. You pay attention to the profit target and trailing draw. You don't like base your lot size off of that anyway. You want to base your lot size off of, okay, this is how I attack the funded accounts is, okay, we have a $5,000 trailing drawdown, right? And I don't think I'll lose more than, let's say, 6 days in a row. Or let's just, for the sake of argument, to make it easier, I don't think I'll lose 5 days in a row. So if I don't think I'll lose 5 days in a row, I can risk $1,000 a day and still be okay. So I'll risk $1,000 a day on this account to make like $2,000 to $3,000 a day, and you're done in like 2-3 days if you get on a good streak here. So that's the way I kind of attack these funded accounts here. And so if I'm willing to risk $1,000 a day, let's say I'll risk like $300 a trade, right? Because that gives me 3 trades around. So that's how I interpret that. But I tell you what's way better though. I asked if you were stocks because I trade indices and commodities mostly, but funded accounts in Forex are 1,000 times better, 1,000 times better than futures. And so this, my Forex funds, although it's a Forex prop firm, you can trade ES, you can trade NASDAQ, you can trade oil, you can trade gold, and their program's way better. So you can get a, so instead of only having a $5,000 drawdown, in this case, you only have a $10,000 drawdown. Or no, sorry, 24,000 overall. That was the daily drawdown. That's the daily. So like on, or so in between this is like what? Let's say 15,000. So instead of having a $5,000 drawdown, you now have, you know, a 12,000, or I guess 150K would be like a $15,000 drawdown or whatever. But point is you have way more room to make a lot more money in Forex. And you only have to make, where's the target? 8%, which in this case for 200,000 is $8,000. So, in my opinion, if you're just trading indices and commodities, it's way better. Yeah, the wash sale rule does not apply to Forex or futures. Yeah, a lot of tax benefits. My taxes are way, way, way better than the stocks. But yeah. And if you're trading for a funded company, it's not taxed as capital gains. It's taxed as, I believe it was like ordinary income or something. So trading for a funded company is also taxed way better. Chemex open in, oh yeah, good call. Wasn't even paying attention. Wow, gold still selling off here. Guess I'm not going to get my sells. Let's take a look at the markets here. Pound yen didn't quite reach my rejection point here. It's all right. We'll be patient. I still want to see higher prices for a retest here because, hang on. Technically, it made a lower high, but I'd like to see it like a double retest here, so I'm gonna wait. $40 for COMEX open. COMEX open in business here. Uneventful. Ay, 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 ay. Let's see what's going on. Dixie catching a nice bid here. Look at that. Beautiful. Ah, those Dow shorts would have been nice. I saw oil was moving more than gold was. It's funny. Get oil popping here. The problem with wanting to buy gold here is, yeah, you know, although the 5-minute is super extended here, the 15-minute, 30-minute, the 1 hour, it's all just kind of still chilling. So you're not gonna. It's not like this is gonna be a shorter move for a bigger drop than a massive move. So I'd rather play in the direction of the momentum to where I'll miss out on this oversold pop here, but I'm going to short for a big continuation, right? A lot more potential in the direction of the momentum than looking for a temporary scalp here. Because, yeah, although I've played plays like this before, it's typically on moves that have momentum of the hourly's oversold, 30 minutes oversold, 50 minutes oversold, everything's oversold. Then you get the big moves. In this case, the only play that's oversold right now is the 5-minute. So I'm expecting this week to be a pullback week on 1 day and 4-hour time frames for metals. Want to pick up my GDX futures off that again? Yeah, I agree. I was looking for a pullback here this week. Looking at this whole move, this breakout here, we still haven't technically created a new swing low. Just missed that point. So I'd like to see this week pull back towards 1715 area. And then I'll look to start picking some up in this area here from 1700 to 1715 for then a continuation. So I don't know if you're looking for that big of a pullback, but that's what I was looking for on metals. Also rejecting this head and shoulders neckline right here. Grab liquidity, big bearish move down, so looking for a nice dump. Silver tapping and holding 20 would be great. Let's see. Oh yeah, dude, that would give us some massive. I'm with you on that one, because that's right, looking for longs, gold to silver ratio, dude. We'd make some serious money on buying at 20 for silver. But that's what I was looking for as well. Around 20. I'm going to be here for 5 more minutes. I'm getting more and more congested the more I talk. But gave it a nice hour and a half, at least. So. Oh, man. All right. GDX should be down more with China today too. It had some good strength. Granted, it tends not to show its cards till it open. Huh. Yeah. That's still holding up. I agree. I think you see a nice sell-off in GDX on the open. That's a good call. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. Dying over here. But thanks for tuning in. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys today. I appreciate all the feedback in the comments. Yeah. Thanks for hopping in on Monday. New start of the week. It's going to be a good one. I'll see you in Discord. Have a good rest of your week, guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace.